Good afternoon, everybody. And, okay, little public service announcement. We finished all of the plot that's currently available to date in Path of Exile 2's paid to enter early access, alright? Uh, when Path of Exile 2 goes out of early access and fully releases, it will be free to play. But like a little bit of a caveat to, I misspoke on stream. I think I've said in previous streams that I have done 2 playthroughs on stream of Path of Exile 1, and I incorrectly said that both of them are still available to watch on my YouTube channel, !YouTube, in my chat to find the Path of Exile playlist. But yeah, the truth is, the only Path of Exile 1 playthrough that you can still watch is the more recent one that I did with my nephew. In my opinion, it's the better one. But yeah, just to let you know, for the other one, you had to be there. And I suppose, because when I was transitioning all my VODs from Twitch to YouTube, I was like, it was over 1,800 streams at the time, and it took quite a long time to move all that footage over. So I did actually selectively decide that certain streams, past streams, I just wouldn't move over. So I have only one playthrough of Path of Exile 1 available to watch. It is the better one. It is the Settlers of Kalgur League. And I really enjoyed it. And thank you to my nephew, Freelancer Alpha, for that. But let's just set the record straight. Yeah, sorry for misspeaking. And then all the other Path of Exile streams that we've done have been in Path of Exile 2 Early Access. This is actually the 3rd time I've attempted to get to the end game of Path of Exile 2. And yesterday we finally did it. However, while we're playing more PoE today, this is not an endgame stream today. There are certain side content and things I missed, and then if we have time, we're also going to go back and listen to a bunch of NPC dialogue as well, across all of the acts currently in the game. So, yeah. Let's get to it, shall we? I also want to take this moment to show you something pretty neat that I found. If we open the chat and we type /played and press enter, this character has been played for 2 days, 12 hours, 42 minutes, and 36 seconds. So that's basically how long it took to get to the end game in Path of Exile 2 Early Access as it stands. And obviously the interlude acts are eventually going to be replaced with Act 5 and 6. So I'm fully expecting that actually we're looking at a 60-hour campaign taking you from level 1 to 66, and then you get this beautiful end game where the Atlas stretches out in all directions into the infinite. I am really looking forward to digging in more to this, and then you get lovely little explainers of most of the icons here. The main plot is all about removing the corruption in Rayclast. So yeah, travel to a corrupted biome. I like that basically you're not completely aimlessly wandering around. Like, there is guidance in the end game as to what to do. So yeah, inspect rewards. It doesn't say anything about it. Cool. But yeah, again, that's not what we're going to be doing right now today. Right now, we are going to go to... We're going to make all of these icons grey. So, if we go... Oh, there's a whole area I didn't go to yesterday. Howling Caves. Let's go there first. Let's go there first. That's going to be our first order of business.
Swamp fiends won't help you. Ow.
Oh wow, we found that quick. We found that very quick. Find the Yeti. Alright, yeah. So we have gone all in on minion builds and build up a lovely, sizable army. Can actually be even larger because of summoning zombies as well. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're well. Welcome to the cleanup stream where we deal with any unfinished business we missed during the campaign. We didn't miss much, but we did miss out some things, all in the name of reaching endgame faster.
None can oppose me.
Beautiful. Let's do our zombie. In terms of the skill upgrade. gosh, yes. Oh, this is a spirit thing. Okay. To be fair, like, is there any spirit gems I can upgrade that I'm using? We could upgrade Blasphemy, but yeah, no. See, I don't have Blasphemy equipped anymore. All in the name of having more minions, so...
Death is my power to wield. Big, bad, cold monkey! Best dodge that.
Oh my god, the damage.
Now, cold as death.
Beautiful, okay.
No.
Actually, let me take off this. I'll take the coat instead. Alright, well that's that done. Hilda, I've got the Yeti.
Well, look at you then. Quite the hunter. Oh, these'll fit in nicely with my trophy collection. I thank you. Perhaps we can work together again sometime.
Oh, beautiful. Do you know what? Yeah, let's hear your stuff.
The
while we're
spirit
here.
is a load of codswallop if you ask me. Have nothing more to say on it. All right then, you nosy blighter. Let me tell it as it is. I'm a hunter, I run the woods, the fields, and I've tracked many beasts. Yet I've never heard a voice or saw a light leading me. It's always just been me. Alone. The spirit stayed silent when my dear brother lay starving. Nor did it light up the night when my ailing mother was lost to the wilderness. Even if it does exist, what use is it? In a world brimming with pain and misery. For nothing.
Wow.
There's living Vaal in Mount Crier. Well, I'll be damned. The stories are true. It's not some children's tale from the elders, but a yarn we weave on the winter solstice. Many generations ago, a Vaal named Uramoti came to us and wanted to buy a mountain from the Izmiri. You can't buy a mountain, it's nonsense. They simply exist. So we let him pass. Countless Vaal marched up there, trying to capture Mount Crier. Well, they busied themselves, certainly, as eventually they went silent. We assumed they died up there, trying to buy the mountain from the sky. Perhaps they did make a deal, but with Prospero instead. He'd be the type to sell you a mountain. You moving on? Aye, I should as well. Good luck with that, Dory Earth and whatnot. Should you end up blowing yourselves up again, try to escape back this way, maybe.
Wow.
A pleasure.
So with that, we have 2 more points. Where do we want to spend them? That is a very good question. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. I was going that way. And then more attack speed. So potentially that, but let's see if there's anything else. Eventually we're gonna need more intelligence, right? So, yeah, eventually I think we'll... should we just do it now? Because, I mean, attack speed increases their damage too, though. So let's do this. But eventually I'm thinking we need to go this way. Right.
The Quachik may have joined our cause, but that will last only as long as we share a common enemy. Be wary. If we do manage to stop the Twilight Order and slay the beast, we may suddenly have more to worry about.
Okay, we've heard everything from him.
Quickly.
Speak.
Heard everything from him. Delwyn.
What brings you this way? Never seen such a woeful misunderstanding of the spirit in all my days. Don't know what possessed her to think she were doing its work. Spirit never asked me to kill an innocent. And if it did, well, I'd have to question my own sanity. Don't feel good putting someone down, but don't lose any sleep over it. Truth is, a lot of people are dead because of her. And now, no more will be. You crested Mount Crier and lived to tell the tale. Few can claim that. Fewer still who ain't as merry. I'm sure your path now leads elsewhere. But no, you'll always be welcome here.
Thank you.
Aye, see anything you like?
Your gold.
Got yourself a deal.
48 spirit. The resistances, though. Yeah, I don't want to give up the resistances.
The land provides.
Alright, well that's this area dealt with. Yeah. Yeah. Onwards with the cleanup, so here we go. Oh yeah, the wisps. Let's get this guy first. Well, no, the wisps are in this area. So we'll do the wisps. We may have to find more than one though.
you.
Yeah, we can also try and fight as Miri, like, well, you know, the architect. But I think I need to be like level 75. What is the legendary icon? Wow! You know what? That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Okay. So if I go to the character screen a second, energy shield is currently sitting at 843, 922.
Ancient power.
Let's have a look at this helmet. Ah, look at, oh, that is actually pretty cool looking. Yeah, I like it. What do we have here too? Nice. Yeah, that unique's gonna get really good when we have more energy shields. I'm not gonna pick up everything because of, there's a lot I want to get done today. And it's like, before I was picking up a lot and selling it in case we needed the respec, but we don't really need the respec now. And obviously when I really get into the end game, we're gonna be playing for the end game anyway, so I believe that's where the boss is. Should have healed sooner. Yeah, should have healed sooner. It's like I can absolutely spam health potion, no problem. With like 10 uses. And I really don't have to worry about.
Slow my poison. Put you down.
Oh, we have a rogue exile now.
Still now.
Oh my god. Has that just despawned all the loot? It will have done, won't it? I can't believe I died after killing her. Dude, that sucks. I mean, it's a funny moment for the stream, but damn. I need to pay more attention to my HP.
Too much clutter.
How can I? What is it? As expected. Indeed.
Okay.
The solstice draws near, but the owls bring me worrisome tidings. They speak of erratic behavior, of whispers in the night. The spear of Draelin has been attacking animals for cruel sport, rather than as a necessary hunt. Her tribe push and rough each other, raging at random, only to grow eerily calm moments later. It is perhaps not concerning enough to cancel our coming celebrations, but we should be wary and have our hunters remain vigilant. I doubt Lythara and her tribe would dare behave like that in our presence.
I will put you down! None can oppose me.
What do you want to bet that some of the wisp stuff that's got a question mark is actually a boss? A tough boss. You have to fight again. Lythara. Okay, we're gonna do Essence Drain, then Dark Effigy. Yeah, I am not seeing. I'm starting to think that I must do the boss again. Either that or it's just going to stay with a question mark. I don't know.
Death is my power to wield.
Are we at the point where everything's a 14? Yeah, everything's at skill level 14. Damn. Great stuff. Great stuff. We want more of these. Oh my god, we want more of these. So, a bunch of like minion masteries, really. Wow, brutality 3 though. Yeah, let's get this. Right, Reavers. Yeah, eventually we need to do like way more. I feel like yeah, we definitely need more of those gems. because the question mark is still there.
My kin died by the spirit's will. You'll die by mine.
The Asmeri.
Spirit, guide my spear. You defy the very spirit itself. Spirit, guide me. My faith made fury.
Yeah, there's a wisp here.
Every strike an offering. Let vengeance fly. My faith made fury. You defy the very spirit itself.
So I needed to come over here. Yeah, that's it. That is it.
My kin died by the spirit's will. You'll die by mine. Spirit, guide my spear. Let you defy the very spirit itself. You defy the very spirit itself. My faith made fury. Let vengeance fly. Spirit, guide my spear. Winds obey me. Spirit, guide my spear. Every strike an offering. Let vengeance fly. You defy the spirit itself.
Okay. So that that is what the problem is. But you know what? We're gonna move on. I'll probably leave that till very last. We need to be stronger. We need to be stronger. So, now that we've established that as the issue. Let's do all the other
Greetings.
So we're gonna check
Yes.
every NPC one more time.
Nice to see you. Go well.
Not all who wander find well. Watch yourself, traveller.
Let's do.
Greetings.
Yes. A useful trade. Time is of the essence.
Certainly is. Oh wow, we're running out of space, yo. Okay. Oh, level 4 support jump. What do I want with this? Yeah. Here we go, we finally used that. Alright, onwards then. So forget that. It's the boss we have to fight and use all of the wisps. That's a little annoying. Let's go here and find the boss here.
A beautiful murder. Emerge.
for now, this one. Because that will make our minions even stronger still. But, yeah. Oh, we have energy shield over here, to be fair. And then minion life. Ooh. Potentially. I don't know, a lot of good options, Correct me if I'm wrong, there is nothing... Yeah, there's nothing we can upgrade. Yeah, there's nothing we can upgrade that we're using. Awesome, so we're just farming spare skill gems now. That's pretty cool. Get over here, guys.
Death is my power to wield.
Oh, do you reckon the boss is over here? Yeah, it is. Alright. And that's that area done. We're gonna talk to everybody at this bazaar, like every single NPC. Hear any of the missing dialogue that we didn't check out before.
What have you learned?
Third one is done.
What?
Zaka, tell us about the Order of the Jinn.
So the Order of the Jinn has been rebuilding these last 20 years. I suspected this was the case. The other tale women talk of movements in the shadows, tombs found open, artifacts stolen.
When these powerful relics never appeared in the hands of the Ferrodon, I knew it had to be someone more trustworthy. There are tales we tell, and tales we do not tell. The Order has long fought to preserve this world. You would do well to earn their trust, young one. Risu's training is coming along well. She has a mind for tales. When she is ready to replace me, I'm going to go on a journey. I'd like to visit all the places I've been describing my whole life. Izomir, Namakanui. I hear Trathus has rather invigorating vapors. Don't act so shocked. I've done my duty. It's time to live a little. Especially if the world is about to end. Ah, the pools of Katal. I was young and spry last time I dared their rejuvenating depths. Long ago, there was a tail man. Yes, that's right, a male tail woman. It's true. He had a unique gift for shaping water. His Arcara was beset by creatures of darkness in the early years of the Winter of the World, before the Alliance was forged. It was the cold season, and the river had frozen. They built a fortress out of ice, but water was scarce. Ironic, yes. Being surrounded by water, even defended by it for months, but dying of thirst. Katal sensed water. He knew not where. He pulled with all his mystic might. He lifted his hands to the sky, beseeching the winds. The winds did not answer. This was long before Garukan tamed them. Katal would not give up. He tore at something, water somewhere, and finally it emerged from beneath. It ripped from the ground in great geysers, bringing both water and warmth. Not only that, the water collapsed the enemy's tunnels, crushing an entire legion of creatures. His Akara was saved. But Katal turned to dust. He gave his very soul in the effort. We honor his sacrifice still, by stopping at his mud pools on the way to the gifting of water.
Wow. Ooh, she's going to talk about Oriath.
I knew you would not let us down. In turn, we will not let you down. The Marraketh have been roused to war, and it is war we shall bring. If this is the end of times, then we will forge one last great tale to tell before Nekrata. The sum total of life's meaning. And it will be glorious. To Oriath, young one.
Yeah, that didn't go well in the end. And I apologize that some of this dialogue is gonna, like, speak as if certain events that have happened in my playthrough haven't happened yet. But I just want to go through and hear what everybody has to say.
Welcome.
This is the ultimate cleanup stream. Tell us about the first barrier, Jado.
I was sent to infiltrate the Selkari and guard the first barrier. I failed, and now I must hunt it down and retrieve it.
What is this Asmadi trying to do with it?
He is trying to get to Kima before we do. He may be trying to enact the gifting himself as some sort of claim to power. Or he may have something darker in mind.
I will not allow him to defile our traditions.
Neither will I. Asmadi possessed powers I have only seen the most gifted tailwomen wield. I believe they call it chronomancy. He channeled time itself, as if it was an element to bend to his will. This power was not his own. He called out to Zarak to aid him.
Zarak? The ancient Jinn locked in the depths of the original trial of the Sekimas.
I believe so. This may be part of a plan. Perhaps. The first barrier. It is the only one left powerful enough to carry Zarak's essence.
He is trying to escape his punishment.
That might be the case. If there is indeed a plan at work, we must be careful not to play into the schemer's hands. If Asmadi has been empowered by Zarak, they must have met. And to have met, Asmadi must have completed the ancient trial of the Sekamas.
Nonsense! The mere notion is absurd.
Is it? In your heart of hearts, do you believe it impossible that the Ferrodin survived the test? Perhaps he made it to Zarak. Then, facing his doom, cut a deal.
I suppose such a thing is possible. In recent days, I have met many capable Ferrodin who are worthy to join us.
Indeed. If he did complete the trial, he may be attempting to supplant you and make a bid for Sekama of Sekamas.
The Akaras would never follow him.
Are you absolutely certain of that?
These are strange times.
Don't worry, we solved it, and that is exactly what he was trying to do. We found that out again in the streams yesterday.
We are a small but dedicated group. Orphans only. One from each culture on Rayclast. Our leader, June Ortoy, has been rebuilding the Order for the last 20 years in secret. I do not know what happened 2 decades ago. She refuses to talk about it. All we can do is look forward. The time has come for us to fight, to save this world, and we shall succeed, or die trying. We have been watching you since you helped slay Jaminora. Sometimes a catalyst appears, an exceptional individual in a time of great need. The Godslayer was one such catalyst. Perhaps you are as well? We can certainly hope. I will not speak for June. She will introduce herself when the time is right. Warm nights.
All is well. Warm nights. Good to see you.
We can do the selling.
The deal is done.
Let's hear the Oriath dialogue from you.
I know nothing of this Oriath, but if you need us, we will answer. If I am to die in this war, I will do so gladly, as part of a family.
Goodness.
Warm nights.
Warm nights.
Greetings, warm nights.
Warm nights.
Yes?
Quickly.
Care for a story?
We've heard them all. Alright, so that's that done. On to the next cleanup. Which, like, we're gonna ignore that question mark, alright? I'll come back to it. It'll probably be the last thing I do. Let's now go... Should we go from, like, Act 1 to 4, like, linearly like this? So we've got everything, except for Forgotten Riches. In the Mausoleum of the Praetor. Wow. Alright then. I guess before we hear dialogue in the town, we're going for these riches. Now, we're gonna one-shot everything more than likely. This is a very low-level place. Right? How low level? Monster level 9. Yeah.
Sustenance.
Oh my god. Just passing through. Yeah, they ain't gonna be able to touch me. They were forgotten indeed, because I forgot to go get them. Wow. look at all that gold, guys. 166 gold. I'm so glad I came back. Oh my goodness. Okay. So with that, cleanup here is done. All quests complete. And yeah, so now we're just gonna go back to the town, hear what people have to say, move on to clean up in Act 2.
Quickly.
Alright, the seed of corruption.
The boundless horrors of mishandled corruption cannot be conveyed simply through words. I only hope that you can find and contain the seed before it is too late.
Indeed. The whole point of the game and its plot. Now, Kanji and Or, again, like, the continuity is all over the place, right? All this is dealt with, but we didn't listen to all of the words. We didn't listen! And I just want it part of my VODs. Here we go.
The Count accosted me and stole a very dangerous object. A seed that I have kept hidden from humanity. Somehow he knew that I possessed it. He cannot possibly know how dangerous it is. His attempts to harness its power will court disaster. We must hurry to the village. At the very least, those who are still sane may be convinced to aid in containing the seed. Corruption once had a purpose. Let us term it a disorganizer of what would otherwise be order. One consequence of this chaos is the warping of pathways, both through the woods and in the mind. The land so afflicted is never the same when trod upon a second time. Men afflicted by corruption know not where or when they are, only that they are in pain. And you appear as a horrible creature to their distorted senses.
Wow.
All children have imaginary friends. Most grow out of that phase. A rare few refuse to let go, creating real from unreal through sheer stubbornness. Gods born of man certainly exist, but did the gigantic red tiger named Farul actually run the plains of the primordial world? There is no way to know. Will the world end if she and her savage ilk return? The answer, I imagine, is up to those who would stand and fight on that day. Be glad that today is not that day, as far as I know.
We are going to hear the village text, even though we've heard it before. Just because it'll probably follow on in the hunted thing we haven't listened to.
The village has been destroyed. The madness has already reached a boiling point in the minds of the Count's men. We must infiltrate the manor and put a stop to this by any means necessary. The fate that befell Ogden Village is only a single raindrop in the storm that is coming.
Don't worry, we did it.
20 years ago, in the wake of those tremendous events, mankind was busy with its own survival. No one was looking for me, and no one saw me. I lurked in high places and dark places, seeking to keep the seed safe from men of ambition. In recent years, however, I found myself continually forced to move from place to place. There was always one more hunter, one more patrol, one more grove being cut down or cave being mined. There was nowhere to hide, and my path inexorably took me here, which was apparently exactly where someone wanted me to be. This was all a trap, laid over the course of years, and at colossal expense. Someone wanted the seed at any cost, which surely bodes ill for their intentions. We must pursue Oriana. The seed of corruption has begun to grow. There is still a chance that we can end this before it is too late. The fledgling beast is leaving corruption in its wake, so we have a trail to follow. When you are ready to part from this place, we can leave immediately.
Again, we heard that before. But yeah, let's just talk to everybody here. Ah. Again, I am sorry for not hearing you out completely, Latest.
So,
Better latest
you know
than
of
never.
it. I remember the night it all began. The Count and his men returned in the witching hour, carrying something hidden from sight. We didn't know what it was at the time, but we certainly learned soon. It was alive, and he needed to feed it. The changes came slowly. There were whispers of the downtrodden and clanless going missing. Nobody of consequence. The Count's men were simply cleaning up the ne'er-do-wells, those that contributed nothing. But then, the Count started changing the penalties for common crimes. 5 men were arrested after a simple scuffle over payment. A woman was arrested for adultery, like we were somehow living under the tyranny of the Eternals all over again. Charges became commonplace for almost anything. Living in the manor, my husband and I were somewhat protected, but we saw what was happening. All of these criminals were sentenced to hard labor, digging away beneath the manor until their strength was spent. When that happened, he hanged them and threw their bodies to that creature.
Wow.
I don't know what the Count is looking for beneath the manor. Perhaps he hopes for proof that his heritage is actually pure. Perhaps he's just gone well and truly mad. He's torn a massive hole right in the middle of the manor, a living testament to what he's done to our way of life. That place is a madhouse. Every day was spent threading a careful line. Question the Count, and you'd get arrested. Flatter him too much, and he'd grow paranoid and arrest you anyway. The Countess watched all of us with cold eyes. The nobles began to change. Strange proclivities emerged. They brought lone villagers into their rooms in the dead of night, never to be seen again. Eamon and I tried to flee, but they caught us.
Wow.
When she came to us from the Vastiri desert, we nobles were just happy the Count had finally found a wife. If we had known what was to come, we never would have celebrated. From the moment she arrived, she spent her time whispering dreadful little barbs in his ear. He became rather agitated and started doubting himself, doubting his bloodline. He had a scholar repeatedly investigate whether the Eternals had dirtied his ancestry. When he found out that he might have had an unwelcome interloper in his family tree, he became fixated on proving himself, even though we all repeatedly assured him he already had our loyalty. He's been obsessed with gaining power ever since, and I think the Countess promised him a way to achieve it. Bye.
Again, we're just getting the full context now, and it's really quite cool. So we're gonna go from bottom to top with like the remaining people to speak to.
It is good to see you.
Oh wow, Una. Oh wow. So these are songs that Una can sing. I'm not gonna like play these, but all of this other stuff on the left that we missed. Starting with Renly.
He doubts himself, but I know he will find a way to protect us. He is a good man, and I am thankful for his presence. In many ways, he reminds me of my father. I survive, but all that I was is gone. Count Gino has only been growing more and more cruel with his justice. He arrested my father for bringing in the harvest one day late, and the rest of my family scattered and fled as the soldiers came for them. I was away when it happened. But my neighbors warned me on my way home, and I fled. Clear fell as far as I could go before the dangers of the forest closed in. There is scant hope in my heart for my father. But I must believe my mother and my 2 younger brothers escaped, even though my heart tells me that they are just songs now. I keep longing for a ray of light to cut through the darkness of these bleak days.
Wow.
Stay safe.
Just 1 minute. There we go. Finn.
He wears an eloquent mask of words. I doubt anyone here has seen what lies beneath. For many summers, I watched him cut smooth circles around the village square, moving from partner to partner, as if he was attending one of those famed eternal masquerades. Always masked. Always pretending to be something he wasn't. Never serious. It's a shame, because when a masquerade ends, everybody that is real goes home. But he'll still be dancing, masked and alone. Be
Just
careful.
1 second, let me move my character.
It is good to see you.
There we go, that's better. We get a better look at Una now.
The graves of our people lie beneath the Eternal's tombs. Despite their best efforts to bury our legacy, we remain. Now they are gone, and we live on. This is the cycle of life as we have always known it. Everyone dies, but the clan endures, and the greatest glory an Ezomite can attain is to live on in a song or a poem. That is why we do not fight the wood and stone to reclaim our buried graves. And it is something the Eternals never understood. We don't need the graves. We still have the songs and the stories that matter. They could never take those from us.
Wow.
This shade is a curious one. It is quite odd to have a blue-eyed shadow in the camp watching us, but things truly have been taking a turn for the better since you freed him. Some of the folk here consider his presence a sign of good luck, though I wonder if it is actually you that brings us these better fortunes. Latis is from a prominent family in her clan, so I didn't know her well, but I did take hope from her actions. If a noblewoman could marry a commoner, then perhaps a commoner would be free to marry whoever she wants as well. It makes me think about the last conversation I ever had with my father. It was an argument. Though it tears at my heart, I choose to believe that deep down, he understood me.
Wow.
This is home now. Our songs tell of times of renewal, when bloodshed, strife, and courage forge stronger bonds. That is how we will regard this era of Ogham, and how we will remember you in our songs.
Wow. Agnar, that's the sword, right? That gave Count Geonor the wolf powers.
The great sword Agnar is
Yeah.
currently in Count Geonor's possession,
Not anymore.
but the mighty runed blade was not always his to wield. It is an ancient weapon of the old magics, inspired by the great wolf himself. Legend says it was forged and runed for the original clan leader so he might lead his people to a new, safer land. This brought them to Farrell, where they founded Ogham. Ever since, Agnar was passed down to the leader of the strongest clan. When the position of Count was established in Ogham, the sword was bound to the role. But now, Geonor sullies its remarkable history with his misdeeds. I hope I will live to see the day when someone worthy takes up the sword once more.
Wow, that was a lot of stuff. Thank you for bearing with me. I just really want to go through this. Renly.
Oi,
You know what? Come to
how's the clearing?
face the people, Renly. There we go. Ogham.
This part of Farrell has been a fair home for many an Essamite generation. The clans didn't always get along, but we had to settle our feuds when the Eternals laid their savage boot upon us. We weren't able to take part in the Bloody Flowers Rebellion, but we had our share of conflict with them here. Their ruins run over the top of ours, fighting a silent war in stone.
Okay. Fatherhood.
Bad enough I have all these folks to protect. I've been worried sick about my son ever since the Count's men arrested him. I was hoping you might have seen him when you were in their custody. He's a big lad, but you can't miss him because, well, he's not from around here. I found him washed up on the riverbanks when he was just a child, a Karoi foundling, perhaps lost by some raiding party. Nobody ever came for him, though. Every day here in Clearfell, I keep my eyes on the river, hoping he'll miraculously wash up on its lonely sands just one more time.
Wow.
Tread as heavily as you like. The Eternals stomped their graves all over ours when they had a conqueror's foothold here. Now if those graves have turned up and released their dead, take our vengeance on them. Some even say when the night is darkest, our ancestors still fight theirs among the tombs, and I don't doubt it. A true Essamite never surrenders their land, not even in death.
We're gonna hear the Hooded One thing again. I think it's when he warns us about the Hooded One being here.
This Hooded One is here on your honor. Don't take this as a threat, but it's your head if he turns out to be as evil as he looks.
Yeah, no, he's fine, don't worry. Tell me about Finn.
I've had a few things go missing around the forge when Finn was nearby, but I can't begrudge the lad. His father refused to acknowledge him, so he was left clanless at an early age. Underneath that boastful exterior, there's just, well, I'm sure it's obvious, even to strangers. His mother was a kind and honest woman. Shame he doesn't take after her.
Una's music.
The girl's a shining light in a time of darkness. If it weren't for her music, I don't know what I'd do. Every time I listen to her songs, I know I have to try harder to defend this place. Any fear and excuses be damned.
The village.
The thought of our village on fire. Oh, my heart feels heavy. We'll get back there someday. Reclaim our lands, rebuild, mark my words. Part of me is angry I wasn't there to defend the place, but I know I was needed by these good folks far more. I can't imagine what would have happened if they'd been out here, defenseless.
Count Gino.
The Count's name will not be remembered in our songs. Ha! Good riddance.
And the miller.
It's a shame what happened to old Brannock. He was a kind man in life, but I can't say I'll miss the creature he became. Oh, he tried to batter his way in for 5 full days once he rose again. Well, we thought we were done for. But then you came along, and I'm glad you did.
So am I, because this is a very fun game, and I very much enjoyed the playthrough.
Till next time.
Right, Finn, we got to talk to you, right?
The clan leaders are all dead, but there's one man who remains with the leadership to carry on. Renly will take good care of us, as is his nature. We'll be just fine, hero. You can ride on out of here with your head held high. Seriously, though, I hope you return someday. If only to guard my back.
Alright, let's hear all of this. There's quite a lot.
Oh, Renly's all right. Only man in the village that didn't run me out of town whenever he saw me. Well, maybe it's because he didn't have a daughter to protect. As an esteemed member of no clan at all, I had the distinct honor of wandering through the lovely sights of all 4 seasons. Summer heat, winter chill, take your pick. For company, it was my pleasure to sup with the outlaws, the deranged, and the unwanted. It's simply unthinkable that I never met a nice girl to settle down with, isn't it? It won't be like this forever. I'm gonna build my palace someday. Been planning it since I was small and found myself on my own. Imagine with me, if you will, a vast span of wood above you in the trees. That's the foundation you're looking at. You'll ascend a tremendous spiral staircase around an ancient trunk and find yourself approaching a treehouse worthy of the first ones. Dozens of lavish bedrooms, two stocked kitchens, tall spires, a tower that looks out over all of Ogham, and half of Vaal for good measure. Isn't it glorious? That's where I really live. This cold, damp, hungry world is just an illusion.
So that's why you mentioned the 2 stocked kitchens. You know what? I'm really sorry that I didn't play that bit of dialogue before. Now we have the context.
Spirits in the trees be damned. You actually entered the Red Veil and survived.
We did.
Every Ogham kid knows. If you step 1 foot in there, you'll be skewered and eaten. Well, those kids that are lucky enough to have a mother, that is. I was the first to notice the Mad Count's fist closing around this land. He kept rounding up people like me for reasons that smelt like wolf droppings. I'm a bit of a slippery fish though, so I dodged his nets. Then his mercenaries started coming for people I actually liked, and that's when I knew something was up. The village folk kept defending his actions. I don't know why they couldn't see it. Maybe they didn't want to see it. Oh, Una? Yeah, I know her. I was, elsewhere when the Count tried to arrest her family, but I certainly heard about it. It's just a coincidence we both ended up here. Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't follow her or anything like that. It would be unheard of for a clan girl and an outcast to... Well, whatever you're thinking, don't. That's where I stand on it. You gotta be grounded in the real world. Don't get hung up on things that can never be. It'll just break your heart.
Ah, he liked Una.
Those glowing blue eyes make it hard to sleep at night. I'd wear something over my face to block out the glare, but silly me, I left my sleeping veil back at my palace.
Oh, that Finn's a bad influence. No daughter of mine will consort with such a type. We should have the village guards give him a good beating just to teach him a lesson.
Though I suppose nursing a grudge is foolish, given they're likely all dead now.
Damn.
Una's house. Renly's house. They had real places to live. I was always so envious, but I guess they're like me now. Vagabonds. Vagrants. Well, it begs the question. Is this home now?
Yes, it is.
You've caught me at a moment of sappiness, hero. My apologies. I always make sure to avoid noblewomen like Latis. Her kind seem to think I'm insincere for reasons neither you nor I could ever comprehend, I'm sure. Still, I certainly heard about her, and I've heard what she said about the manor. I know lies, hero, and she isn't one.
That's nice of him to say. Let's hear this again as well.
So the cultists really did have a king lurking out there in the shadows. Shame. I might have followed him myself if he'd simply promised decent meals instead. Thank you, hero. It's not the result I was hoping for, but at least I know the truth. Clearfell's all I have left now. If I was a drinking man, it'd be a sobering thought.
Alright,
Later.
Act 2 cleanup. What do we got to do? Let's have a look. And the answer is... absolutely nothing. Literally just the talking. Beautiful. So if you don't mind, we're going to quickly go to town and do that. Act 3, we're going to have more gameplay because I've got to do the monkey thing. Yeah, let's head to the caravan and talk to everybody. Starting with...
Hello?
Oh my goodness. Let's only do the stuff on the left.
I have a very long official title, but you may simply address me as Zaka. The young ones will harp on and on about our strict traditions, but I'm old enough to get away with it. So I do. My role is that of a keeper of tales. I was chosen by my predecessor, rather than being allowed to become a Dekara or perform other duties. I'm not permitted near combat, for the stories I keep are one of our most valuable resources. We understand the plains of Vastiri through the lens of these words handed down to us over the centuries. We see what used to lie where sand dwells now, and hear the bold proclamations and lamentations of yesteryear. That is my role, to be the worldly eyes and ears of the Ahadura. Ah, the horn. How to condense a 7-day tale. It was created during Obala's 8th adventure, her final quest before becoming the Sekama of Sekamas. She wrested control of the 3 elements. Her trusty war steed, the great mastodon Ekbab, gave its tusks for the carving and the channeling of lightning. The essence of water was a secret held at the heart of Keth. And primordial fire must be earned from those that originally brought it to Rayclast. We will find them at the Valley of Titans. Yes, those are the 3 elements we will need. This is not the first time the sands themselves have been used against us. The necromancer of Weeping Black, Saresh, once waged war upon the Maraketh out of the nascent desert regions of that era. He commanded not only armies of the dead, but vast roiling storms as well. Hearing of this threat, Obala set forth on a quest to master the elements. And in 3 places of power, she proved herself to the winds. Her reward came to be known as the Horn of the Vastiri. When she drew in a mighty breath and sounded the horn, it was so powerful. Every tent across the entire plains blew open. You can imagine what it did to the necromancer's sandstorms. Seizing their moment, the united Akaras stormed forth to savage the undead armies of Saresh. For this victory, Obala was made the Sekama of Sekamas. And after ruling with strength and cunning for many years, later became our Queen of the Wind, greatest goddess of the Maraketh. Her divine name was Garukan, which means ultimate sovereign. The tales, unfortunately, make no further mention of the horn after that.
History of the Vastiri Plains.
This is the tale as it was told to me by our Akara's Tale Woman before me, and as told to her by the Tale Woman before her. These words have remained unchanged since the beginning. Many thousands of years ago, we were a simple people, hunters, roamers. We moved valley to valley in search of meat and berries. There was none of the discipline we know today, but that was about to change. These fair plains became barren and lightless. A time those generations called the winter of the world. One 2,000 years of ice brought hardship and suffering, but that was only the beginning. To the south, the foreign tyrant An fell, and horrible creatures flooded forth under this darkness, seemingly born of bone and blood and foul magic. Survival meant banding together and creating the strict traditions that eventually became what we know today. To fight was to live. Disorder meant death. In the darkest depths of that era, when hope was but a memory, the twin sister Sekemas, Solarai and Landara, arose to unite our scattered peoples for the first time. They wielded the essence of gold and silver, gleaming with such ferocity that the grey skies had no choice but to give way. The creatures retreated under the sands, never to be seen again, and our fair plains blazed with emerald forests and sapphire rivers. This brought about the most glorious age of our people, a time of conquest, wealth, great heroes, and gods that lasted for another 1,000 years. But then, one fell winter, the gods vanished. Our beloved Garukan was the last to succumb, holding on for 2 moons against a powerful innovation. She gave what final orders she could, mandated our traditions be upheld, and then went silent. The Marraketh were not disturbed. We did not lose hope. We knew who we were, and those values had not left us with the departure of the gods. When the sky burned, when the Vaal fell, when the Eternals came and sought to be our masters, and then fell as well, we endured. We have protected these fair plains for 304 generations, and we will continue to do so for another 304. That is our duty and our birthright.
That is incredible. So, here's the thing. Hopefully I was thorough enough with the lore of my Path of Exile 1 playthrough. Again, sadly, the only playthrough that's still available to watch via my YouTube channel. But yeah, PoE 1 spoilers just briefly. Sin created the beast to pacify the gods, the old gods, and Garakun would have been one of them. But the thing is, a lot of the other gods, they're not exactly nice gods. They were very destructive, unlike Garakun. And so yeah, Sin was basically trying to do everybody a favor. And to learn more context about that, well, maybe give my Path of Exile 1 Settlers of Kalgur playthrough a watch, because Path of Exile 1 takes place 20 years before the start of Path of Exile 2.
She was a fierce warrior before she was blinded in battle.
Talking about
focused,
Shambrin.
determined. Losing her sight has not changed that. I have no doubt that she will become skilled enough at blind fighting to rejoin the ranks someday. Indeed, blind Dekara were once instrumental in decimating an eternal legion during a sandstorm ambush. So it is not without precedent.
Wow. Risu.
Each young one is much like another. Ferrodin, Marraketh. What does it matter to an old woman? Others may scowl for letting Risu sit and listen to my stories, but none may order me silent.
Desha.
Ah, Desha, the city of the dead. In these harrowing times, one could be forgiven for thinking the risen dead live there, if that form of existence can even be called living. No. Long before we had to worry about the dead rising, we built towering spires to return our people to the sky. Our honored dead lie openly, enjoying the sun, not hidden from it under the earth. Over time, They are scoured away, becoming the wind and sand you feel on your skin at this very moment. Desha is our most sacred monument. I myself will soon make the journey there once I train a replacement. Most do wait for their bodies to fail, but I would prefer to meet death on my feet. Who knows? I may even be the first mortal to win my battle and defeat Nakrata in spiritual combat. It might not look like it now, but I was a rather powerful sorceress in my time.
Oh, I believe you, Zarka. I believe you. Tell me about one of the worst bosses ever, Jamin-Ra.
Jamin-Ra? That's a tale I rarely tell. Every few generations, the Faradans stir up trouble. Jamin-Ra was their most successful attempt at causing problems. A very long time ago, he spread dangerous ideas among the outcasts and spoke to the Maraketh as if they were equals. His offenses were so great, the Sekhmers joined together to approach and rebuke him. The tale says that he was so in awe of the glory of our leaders, he ended his own life and chose to fall forgotten in the sands. It is a strange conclusion to his tale, I must admit, but this is what is told. If he has been somehow reanimated through corruption, he will have only one goal: harming us.
Wow.
Do not wander.
I'm not going far. We're just going to talk to Shambrin, then the hooded one, and then you know, Risu and everyone else on this caravan.
Who goes there?
It's me, and yeah. Tell me about your blindness.
Does the scorpion sting carry less poison at night? In the hopes of taking on fighting duty again, I am still practicing the art of the sword. Red-eyed Nasima, she of the second sight, proved that there is more to combat than mere vision. However, there is still honor in serving the role of tradesmith and weapon master. I served as a Dekara for as long as I was able, and I intend to fulfill this duty with just as much dedication.
Faradin.
Publicly, I will decry them as loudly as anyone else. Privately, I understand. I do not condone their actions, but I have suffered some small portion of what they must feel their entire lives. To be honest, I expected them to turn on us eventually.
Risu.
Risu has proven herself, at least to me. She has spoken only the truth, and I believe she means well. In another life, we might have been fellow Dekara, or even friends.
The hooded one.
When I face his direction, there is a faint impression. Even the sun does not intrude upon my blindness, so this is a new sensation for me. What am I seeing from your strange companion?
Zarka.
Zarka holds all the wisdom and knowledge of the Adura, and the stories of many other Akaras as well. Our traditions help us survive as these lands turn to dust over generations, and in many ways, that lush beauty still exists for us through her words. Especially now the gods have returned to Rayclast. We know that our beliefs have power. Perhaps we can bring back those verdant forests and gleaming rivers, if only we have enough faith in a leader strong enough to make it real.
Asala.
I remember her face from before the battle where I lost my sight. She is quite beautiful, and she has strength and cunning to match. I can think of no better leader for us. We, Adora, have put all our faith in Asala, and though we do not number enough to spark divinity in her, we still thrived under her leadership.
Jamin-Ra.
The risen king is dead once again.
Yay.
His tale is yet another tragic outcome of the harsh desert.
At least this time the death was honorable. Asala did this intentionally, and I admire her for it. The Faradan have already begun the process of taking his body to Deshar for a proper sky burial. Asala allowed this. It feels like we could be stepping into the light of a new era for the Maraketh.
I wonder if that's to prevent him ever coming back, or at least attempt to prevent him from ever coming back. Like if his soul's put to rest properly. Anyway, let's see what the Hooded One has to say before we go to the other side of the caravan.
The Ardura can take us south, to the edge of the jungle.
Oh, it did.
The sunken city of EXILE is not hidden, nor hard to reach. It is protected by a different danger. But we will deal with that when we come to it. When you are ready, we should begin the journey as soon as possible.
How can we begin the journey we already took on? Oh wow, you have so much to say. Asala.
Asala has agreed to aid us, exactly as I expected. The beast represents an existential threat to all the peoples of Rayclast. But even beyond that, she seems to be quite driven. She reminds me of a rambunctious young woman I once knew in Keth, who eventually rose to power, attained divinity, and led her people to greatness.
Remembering.
I am accustomed to others shivering and turning away when my gaze falls upon them, but I must confess, for once the feeling is reversed. Although she is blind, I sometimes have the strangest notion that she is looking at me, even at night.
Risu.
It takes courage to go against one's people. I once faced a similar decision. There were men and women like me who believed themselves to be exceptional, and they were correct. Terribly, horribly correct. I cursed myself to a permanent exile from my own peers by betraying them. I was unlike mortals, but hated by immortals. I was alone. I would do it all again, and I still might.
Zarka.
You have no idea how much restraint it requires to listen to tales of people and places I knew, yet not correct her. She's close. I shall grant her that. Often startlingly so. In certain details or sequences of events, but the spirit of what happened thousands of years ago, the essence of that life, it has been embellished. At other times, the stories convey only a pale shadow, and the true magnificence is lost.
Wow.
Or is it my memories that have drifted with time? I suppose we shall never know. Because those days are gone, never to return. All that I once loved has been dust hundreds of years longer than you have even been alive.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
Those creatures are too coherent and intelligent to be manifestations of corruption. I suspect that they are the descendants of divine tampering. There was a being I once knew in the ancient days, a trickster, who would have appreciated someone to laugh at his ill-conceived humor. What more perfect audience for a sickening jester than a pack of gibbering hyenas?
I have to say, again, that one playthrough I've got of my nephew with Path of Exile 1, because I didn't want to delay him too much and keep the stream flowing, I probably haven't done this. You know, go back, go through every NPC in every town of every act and see if we've heard every line. Hey, never say never. I could go back to a previously played character and do that. If anyone's watching this on YouTube and would like me to ever someday do that, leave comments on the video saying so. I will see them.
The Maraketh have a cultural history deeper than most know. Theirs is a strict tradition, bordering on brutal, but it is that adherence to shared beliefs that has kept them strong when entire empires have come and gone around them.
Slavery.
Yes, I have seen the slaves pulling carts.
Yeah,
I am uncomfortable with the practice, But from what I understand, it allows those captured in battle to serve rather than simply being executed. There are not enough resources to keep prisoners who do not work. In this harsh land, it is perhaps the lesser of two evils. That is, what I tell myself, at least.
The Faradin.
They call themselves the Faradin in this era, but they have died out and been reborn many times. They are not an independent culture. They are the Marraketh's dark secret, the inevitable consequence of life's haphazard nature. A society cannot simply purge itself of the weak, the ill, or the disadvantaged. Those unwanted newborns abandoned among the dunes, they rarely die, no matter how much the Marraketh wish to make them simply disappear. No, they live. The Faradin are the shadow of the Marraketh, always just out of sight, always watching. They rescue those children and raise them up on the outside, looking in. An unspoken relief for the father and mother that must give up their child. But a gathering storm fated to one day return home with a fury.
Keth.
Ah, Keth. Now nothing but dunes of sand, but once it was glorious. The waters flowed in patterns crafted by artisans of skill beyond belief. The hanging gardens could impress even the most jaded heart.
And Jamanra.
I was asleep during the era of Jamanra. I cannot attest to the truth of Risu's tale, though I cannot say it is outside the realm of possibility. The Marraketh have strict traditions, erring on the side of brutal.
Wait a minute, the god of virtue was sleeping on the job? How dare you, man? Like, do you really need sleep? You're a divine being.
Time is short. Make haste.
I'm making haste. Yeah, we got a lot to listen to. I hope everybody's enjoying this. I just really wanted to. We'll get back to gameplay shortly because we do actually have unfinished business in Act 3. But again, before we do... Risu.
Yes?
Oh my good... Wow. Alright. Grab your popcorn.
I am of the Faridun. We are the shadows of the Marraketh, the unwanted and the forgotten. Some time ago, a foreign woman came to us and offered us the power to take back what was ours. We took her deal. We had no idea what it would cost us. When she finally brought us the beast, it was not the glorious power we'd been promised. It was horrifying. Those of us who did not want to make war, those of us who were afraid of the beast, Jamanra sealed us in the mine when his dreadnought was complete. This madness must end. Some may call me a traitor, but I do not seek the destruction of my brethren. I seek their salvation. This corruption that plagues the land, I cannot bring myself to fully believe it's the reason for my people's sickening turn. I know that when the beast first came to us, when Jamanra was raised from death, he quickly became covetous and prone to fits of rage. Soon that fervor gleamed in the eyes of those around him. You say it's his corruption, but I have not seen anything in my brothers and sisters that was not already there. Corruption may exist, yes, but it does not fully control. It only excuses. The Faridun are warring against the Marraketh because they desire to do so. They have always wanted this conflict. They want to make those who abandoned us suffer.
Wow. The hooded one.
What is that being? Does it travel with you? I would tell you not to trust a mysterious stranger in black, but that would make my own situation rather difficult.
Let's see your point. The Marraketh.
The Marraketh abandoned us, but there is beauty in their strict traditions. They do not have a choice. The desert is a harsh sekema, as they say. Uniting as one people, combining our resources, that is the only way we can all live in peace.
The Ardura.
Meeting the Ardura is disconcerting. Like most Faridun, I was left to die in the desert as an infant. Perhaps someone here is my mother or father. I look at each of them, wondering what my life could have been. If they had wanted me, my people are full of anger and distrust. For reasons I hope are clear. They are blinded by this.
The Faradin.
The Marraketh have no idea how great we number. We are larger than any one Akara by far. And my brothers and sisters hold a great bitterness, even before corruption came among us. Everything we do, from our garb to our food, is made opposite to the Marraketh out of spite. I still feel some of that anger when I see them here, standing proud and colorful. Asala promises them a return to their glory days. But do they not have such glory now?
Asala.
I must pursue what I feel to be right. Asala might yet decide to have me put to death, or abandon me to the doom of the desert. I know these risks, but I had to try anyway. If you had seen the darkness rising in the hearts of my brothers and sisters, you would understand. I am not betraying them. I'm trying to save them from themselves.
Champion.
Somehow she knows when I am near. She frowns and turns away. I fear no one here will ever accept me. But I cannot go back to my people now.
Zach.
She is the only one willing to talk with me. I could listen to her stories for days. She truly does not seem to care that I am not of the Ardura.
That's really nice. The Countess.
This Oriana, the one you called a countess. Jaman Ra has declared her our queen. She first came to us from the south and seemed sympathetic to our cause. She promised us power, the power to take back our lives. She left for Azomite lands, vowing to return with something that would resurrect our greatest hero, Jaman Ra. With that hope dangled before us, the Faridun united for the first time since his death. We prepared, as she asked. We took the quarry. We began working on the dreadnought. I am ashamed to admit that I was a devout believer in the cause. Until the day she kept her promise. She did return. She did bring the power to resurrect Jaman Ra. She brought the beast.
Wow. The beast.
The sight of that thing chilled my soul. Those of us who objected to its presence were forced to work, mining and finishing the dreadnought. By the time we were done, madness was already rife, and we were sealed in the mine to die for supposedly betraying our people.
Wow, that's crazy.
Warm night, quickly!
Warm nights.
Silla.
Alright, Sekima Asala. Time to talk to
Yes?
you. And again, we're going to go through all this, and I will rehear the Desha one so we kind of get full context.
Foreigners often misunderstand the concept of the Sekima. I am no dictator, and do not make some pathetic claim of divine right. Emperors are for nations filled with the weak-minded and soft, as history has proven every time an empire falls and we endure. I am Sekima, because others have put their faith in me as the strongest and most capable among us. I lead because there is no better replacement. It is a role I deserve, by definition.
Wow. Oriana.
This Oriana would find no allies among our Akaras. We are no strangers to the eternal war against corruption. If she has allies in this region, they cannot be of the Marraketh.
Honor bound.
After the Beast of Highgate was slain, all other Akaras vowed to pursue and eradicate corruption should it ever return. Never again will a sole Akara suffer the weight of history.
By the way, it's our character in Path of Exile 1 20 years ago that slays the beast at Highgate. Again, it's part of the playthrough that I have on my YouTube channel that I did with my nephew, Freelancer Alpha, on Twitch.
Corruption has returned to the Vestiri. Before this season, the Hyanic warriors you fought would never have dared raid a caravan. The dead have begun to rise again, and other creatures of the desert have started changing. By Zarka's accounts, the land is returning to the way it was before. These are ill times.
Risu's fate.
The Balbalak has her life, for she was truthful. If she also wishes to be accepted here, that will be up to her.
Deshar.
I am hesitant to allow you access to Sacred Deshar, but better a single Jingak than an army of spiteful enemies. Our city of the dead must be protected, no matter the cost.
I'm sorry, Cocaine Bear. I'm busy. I'm going to decline this. Thanks for the invite, though.
What is it?
Cool name.
Jaman Ra is back where he belongs. I have given him a proper death. By removing his head, I acknowledged him. Though he was never a king, despite what the Ferelden may choose to believe. Those who have survived this war will be given a choice. It would be a waste to kill the Ferelden who have proven themselves in battle. They may choose to be acknowledged, to have a place at the table, or they can remain outcasts. Either way, it is time to write a new chapter. Who knows what the future holds? After what has happened here, the other Akaras must consider joining the Ardura. I intend to be persuasive.
I mean, with that outfit. With all due respect, of course. Okay, so that's officially Act 2. Fully, and I really do mean fully, sorted out, because that medallion thing, we can just choose what we want. And, yeah. Cool. So now we're gonna get to gameplay first, then talking in the towns. Act 3, we have some unfinished business. How much unfinished business? 2 bosses. And then talking. Let's do... Hold on, where is... the Machinarian. Oh yeah, Blackjaw! We're gonna go here first. We couldn't find him, could we?
Now this is a find. A Vaal ruin that hasn't been looted? No one from camp has managed to make it to this part of the jungle and survive. Until now.
Okay.
Hey! I will unmake you!
So my priority is solely gonna be this boss. I'm gonna try and find them. Right, I have to go through here, yeah.
Oh, goodness! No stone unturned.
74 shipments of soul cores in the span of 3 moons. 74 shipments, and it still won't be enough. If our fears become realized, we have put our lives on the line because Doriani asked us to do so. I accept this, and I am not a traitor to the Queen, but sometimes loyalty requires protecting her from her own mistakes.
Another corpse
We
to
need
serve
more
me.
time. We just need more time.
I wonder if that small salt ore is... There's a checkpoint. Oh, here he is. There he is. Oh, this is gonna be funny. It's gonna be super funny. We got it.
Impressive. Perhaps I could learn a thing or two from this Ikwani.
Fire resistance. Boom. Alright. I can't believe I missed that, because I remember when I first played through my first playthrough of this on Twitch, because yeah, PoE 1, there's only one playthrough on YouTube VODs. PoE 2, there is like 3 now, including this one. But this is the first one that's got all the way to the end game. So now that that's done, we can go to the Molten Vault. Yeah. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Molten Vault is all that's left. Yes. Let's do that now. We'll do the talking afterward.
How can I be of it? Whatever it takes.
How goes it?
Well, we have quite a bit of talking.
If you hear a click, duck.
Okay. To the Molten Vault, everybody. This shouldn't be a problem because we are way over leveled for this now. Anything anything else in here that we need to do? Nope, it's literally just find the fort. This is a boss I've never actually beaten, because when I was attempting it before, I was actually one I was kind of stuck on, but now that we've left it so late, and we are like over 20 levels above it, it shouldn't be.
Knock, knock.
Yeah, no, I would have thought, like, if the checkpoint's out that way. I guess I've got to move something into position first. It's been a long time since I've been in this zone.
Oppose me.
Okay. Spare skill gems, even low level ones, will be handy.
I see you down there.
Ah, here we go. Very cool fight mechanically, but it's gonna end way too soon because of being overleveled by it. Yeah, his armor's broken. So unfortunately, you're not really going to see any of the mechanics. Because, you saw some.
Wealth has never inspired me, but it was a fun fight.
All right, there we go. And now we talk to everybody in Acts 3. They don't remember higher pursuits, but the hammer does. Wow, that's cool.
Greetings. Time is short.
You came back alive, did you? I'll organize the men. We'll start carting the gold out of here. No sign of old Kamasa, eh? Well, then he won't miss it. Keep anything you're able to lift out of there yourself. Let's call it a finder's fee, eh? I'm feeling generous today, considering we actually found treasure and all came out alive.
Not a total waste, after all.
Cool.
Stay wary.
Reforging bench unlocked. Oh, wow. So I've gone through the whole campaign without the reforging bench feature. Well, we have it now. Oh, I need more dexterity. Well, I'm not using... Dark Effigy much. So, there we go. Okay, I want to go to this screen a minute. So, are we officially done? Yeah, because these are just shops. We are done. Talking men. Oswald.
Yes? The ziggurat beneath us was once the temple of the sun god, one of the oldest built in the city of EXILE's religious district. It was in active use for at least 1,000 years, but when the Vaal cataclysm struck, the city flooded, presumably killing everyone inside. Good thing for us, because this lake is the only reason it hasn't been ransacked by other treasure hunters already. One man's mass death is another man's treasure, I suppose. I log everything here, so I can catalogue the thousands of ways to die the jungle offers. If you can, be sure to write some sort of final entry detailing how you die. The death log won't benefit you, of course, but it will certainly benefit me. I don't mean to be overly fatalistic, but the amateurs coming from Kingsmarch are accomplishing nothing but feeding the chimerals. The most I can do, as quartermaster, is ensure they're equipped for exploration. That's where the real profit in treasure hunting is, you see. I don't go out there if I can help it.
No
I'm
worries.
the unluckiest man alive.
Welcome.
Yet, I'm the wealthiest in this camp. You have to be good when you're trading with the Kalgurans, or they'll fleece you.
So, Koji, we're hearing all of the conversations that I missed and doing all of the, quests that I left. Yeah, this is just a cleanup stream. And then, I guess tomorrow, tomorrow I wouldn't normally stream. But I think I will tomorrow. And it will be an endgame stream, hopefully. If I'm able to finish everything I want to get done and listen to in this one. So there's going to be minimal talking from me. We're going to let these characters say everything. We will rehear Doriani's capture because it all connects, all of these conversations go in order. But yeah. sit back and listen.
Ah, King's March. So called by the Kalgurans. They're newcomers to Rayclast. About 20 years now. They're traders by nature. In fact, they've partially funded this very expedition. For some reason, they're very interested in Vaal artifacts. We ship most of what we find back to King's March, and they pay handsomely for it.
Time travel.
Oh, time travel gives me a headache. I'm trying to understand. Vaal priests built a gateway to their future to escape a coming catastrophe. That I can see. They needed someone with Vaal blood to activate the gateway on the other end. The other end being now. Our time. Why didn't they just activate it themselves back then? So that it would still be active now? And isn't needing someone with Vaal blood on this end a critical flaw, given that they were trying to escape a disaster they feared might wipe out their people? Does time pass equally on both ends? Is a day here a day there? What happens when their side has been open long enough for it to be now there, but the far future here? I'm probably overthinking this.
To be honest, man, I'm only looking at the endgame casually. Like, it'll probably only be one endgame stream, and again, you are more than welcome to join on the games. And then I will go to Borderlands 4. Because here's the thing. I just wanted to experience endgame and just have at least one character on my account with access to it. And now, I won't, like, play the game fully seriously until it actually is a fully complete game. Like, we've got 1.0, we've got all the story acts. Like, I'm just willing to wait and let the devs cook. Because obviously in the next league, which is probably going to be around April or so for Path of Exile 2, we're going to get endgame changes. We might end up getting more changes even after that. And I basically, the next time I return to Path of Exile 2 as a brand new character, like going all the way through all the content, I think the more I think about it, and I've said this over the last few streams recently, I think I just want to wait for the game to be finished before I come back to it proper. Like, fully finished. No matter how long in the future that is. That's true, there are some bosses I'd like to try. So maybe we'll play enough to fight at Ziri at least once. Because of course, she's this league. But again, really want to finish Borderlands 4 also. And I'm pretty sure I'll still have time to finish Borderlands 4, return to this, and then yeah. But yeah, I want Act 5 and 6. Plain and simple.
I'm no storyteller, but I know what's what. The monkey represented Kamasa, the Vaal god of wealth. If you see a statue of a monkey, it means treasure. It may be a vault, maybe a temple, could be a vast forge. Any of the above would mean fabulous riches.
Basically, because I know I'm gonna play this game again from the start in the future, I don't want to over-invest in this league in terms of time and effort.
She sounded, well, filthy. I don't know how those treasure hunters made it in there, but I sure feel for them. We all know risk is part of the job, but what a way to go. Boggles the mind, really.
Yeah, the Queen of Filth was gross. Doriani.
Go on.
Oh, we've already heard everything from you. All right.
How can I help?
Ah, here we go. And again, because I've heard some of this stuff, I'm gonna redo these ones. Okay. In fact, do we need to hear? Yeah, let's hear about
this little
this
excursion here represents my lifelong ambition. It's not just about finding treasure. I want to build an entire archaeological society someday. Rayclast has countless layers of history buried beneath it, and I aim to uncover every last bit. I intend to call my group the Reliquarians. A bit ostentatious, but the best things should be. A shame I couldn't have founded it a few decades ago, back when my birthplace Oriath was still a thriving city. Thanks to the Templars, relics from a dozen different cultures found their way to that little island over the centuries, and are now all lost, thanks to the disasters that happened there.
We've heard those grayed out things. It'll be fine. They're on the playthrough. I'm just not sure where. Oswald.
Oswald's a grim sort, isn't he? He's always injury this, death that. Personally, I've never been hurt while treasure hunting. I actually find it rather easy. He always makes sure we have the proper supplies and checks his list for everything 4 or 5 times before we make a move. He also invented what I call the Oswald technique. On the rare occasions he personally goes out with us, he throws a rock at absolutely everything before touching it. Every flagstone, every pillar, every statue. You'd be positively amazed at the elaborate traps he sets off, even in places I've walked through already.
Servi
has been a fantastic ally to us here. Her people have lived in the vicinity of EXILE for countless generations, so she's been able to show us all the most interesting Vaal ruins. The accessible ruins were all looted long ago, of course, but the lake around us has protected most of this city since the end of the Vaal Empire.
The hooded one.
That hooded fellow over there, he's a friend of yours, I take it? Seems to be one of few words. Oh well, I'm not one to judge the company you choose to keep. Oswald's gonna lose his wits if any more of you show up, though.
So cool.
Death gems, blood crystals, or, more colloquially, soul cores. They were made by sacrificing living people and capturing their energies inside a crystal lattice. Some think the victims are still trapped inside, existing in eternal agony until someone drains the core's energy completely. There's no way to know that for certain, of course, but it is rather chilling to think about.
The jungle.
Something tells me you're the exploring type. We've got that in common. But some places even I steer clear of. I rather enjoy being alive, you see. Still, if you're feeling adventurous, there's fortunes to be made out there in the wilds. I'm especially interested in all things related to the Vaal. For academic reasons, of course. But a bit of treasure never goes amiss.
Alright. That's everything for Alva.
What have you learned?
What have you learned about the common language?
You might not know this, but the common tongue we are speaking is derived from ancient Vaal. They were the largest empire on Rayclast for thousands of years. They should be able to understand you.
Lowering the water.
The members of this expedition seem to believe that the ziggurat beneath our feet holds an ancient device that was intended to be used against the cataclysm that destroyed the Vaal. The source of that cataclysm was the previous beast, which means the device below may be exactly what we need to stop the new one. Find your way into the ziggurat, and let us see what the greatest minds of the Vaal Empire created. If they didn't manage to complete it in time, maybe we can finish their work.
Hang on a minute. Say that again a second, because there was a little detail I missed.
The members of this expedition seem to believe that the ziggurat beneath our feet holds an ancient device that was intended to be used against the cataclysm that destroyed the Vaal. The source of that cataclysm was the previous beast, which means the device below may be exactly what we need to stop the new one. Find your way into the ziggurat, and let us see what the greatest minds of the Vaal Empire created. If they didn't manage to complete it in time, maybe we can finish their work.
Wait, so the beast that from Path of Exile 1, the one that Malachi and Piety were meddling with, is the same beast. Yes. Yes, because basically, I imagine, yeah. Unless, here's the thing. Hear me out. And to be fair, it isn't made super clear in this game. But what if events of Path of Exile 1 happen, we kill the beast at Highgate, we do all of the Path of Exile 1 plot, and then somewhere after our victory at the end of Act 10, Sin is able to put the beast into the seed of corruption, which he keeps on him, like basically like shrink the beast down into that little orb, and then, you know, we heard earlier on in the stream how, like, you know, Sin was able to go from place to place, stay relatively out of sight, and then eventually Count Geonor caught up with him. The intro movie to Path of Exile 2, where, you know, he's impaled on the tree, that happens. He steals the seed, he opens it, and then the beast is regrowing again. So it could just be the same beast, just resurrected. Or maybe it is an entirely separate beast. Like, that is not entirely clear, but hey, maybe someday, or like with future updates, maybe it'll become clearer. We'll have to see. Because yeah, why would you create a second seed of corruption, Sin? That doesn't make any sense.
What do you need?
We need answers, Servi. Tell us about Apis. To be fair, as you can see, I heard a lot of what Servi has to say already. So we're literally just going to hear anything that's lit up in this particular case.
Apis is my grandson. Can you believe that? A young spry thing like me, a grandmother. Don't be answering that. Apis inherited my son's rowdy spirit. Maybe it's a family curse. We have always been the type to do what we shouldn't, like helping outsiders such as yourself. One day, he'll be a great man, just like his father. Until then, I try to keep him safe.
Drained lake.
You should have never drained a lake. My tribe depends on the waters for our safety. How will we fend off the Orok or the Azak now? And worse, you have unleashed the horrors of the Vaal once more. Know this. You bring up bad omens from the depths that should have stayed buried, and you will regret it.
Son.
It hurt me deeply to find him there. To find him like that. Still, I thank you for finding his body. His spirit roams the jungle with his fathers now. The warring tribes, the Azak, the Orok, they have a lot to answer for.
Local knowledge. Oh. It's just the map screen, everybody. And we completed everything here. Let's just check one thing. Anybody to talk to here? Anybody at all? It's so cool to see this pristine. Yeah, no, I think nothing. Right, and then this just takes us down to the zone. Yeah, it's all. It's funny how we can't go into the temple to see what, like, the Cradle of Filth was like before it was a Cradle of Filth. Or is that the Temple of Kopek? It might be the Kopek place. But yeah, so this place is now done. Meaning we're now gonna check Act 4. And then we're basically through most of our thing. I think I forgot to check Interlude 1 as well. So we'll do that. We'll do that also. Alright, Act 4. Oh, just an abyss. We'll do it though. So that you get a nice mix on stream between gameplay.
This is as close as we can get.
Oh, she's fine. See?
Tell him, Moana.
Oh wait, hang on. There's another thing here.
In a strange way, all of this may be what ends up healing my relationship with my father.
Oh,
Tavakai has seen what comes of his stubborn way, and I've seen that there is some wisdom to be found in our tribe's strength and loyalty.
Well, that's a relief. I thought you two might be the death of each other.
I guess blood truly is thicker than water. So, it seems Tavakai has pledged to aid you, and, well, the crew and I already discussed it. We also volunteer. I didn't think I'd be fighting side by side with my father anytime soon. Truly, these are the end times. Ha! Good chat.
What?
Makuru.
You saved Makuru? Good on ya! She's the heart of this crew. I can go back to cooking your meals now. Guess you played yourself, eh? On it.
Go.
Let's go then. There you go.
I've come to the right place, right? Yes, I have. Man, the first time I was here, I died a lot.
Nothing!
It's gonna go a lot better now.
Ow!
I'm just gonna find the abyssal area and then we're gonna go back to the town. Okay. In terms of like where to put points for the end game in the Atlas tree, you know what I would like more of? Essences, to be honest. If there's a thing on the Atlas tree that makes essences more likely to spawn and therefore, you know, you can collect more, I'd be up for that. And then the other thing is that if there was any way to improve support gem spawns, although I doubt it. But yeah, essence is I suppose abyssal stuff as well, because abyssal is, you know, has a crafting system associated with it. Here we go, folks. Yeah, this cleanup stream's been fun. I tell you what, it's taken a lot longer than I thought. But yeah, there was a lot of dialogue that we didn't listen to on the playthrough. I am unsure whether I'll do the same thing. Oh my god, we have the depths. Hold on, let me go to the before we go in there. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay, so there's nothing else, like... Alright, so it's literally complete the depths and then... So in terms of these depths, is there a specific place that's like the main objective of it? That I could just speed to? Right, yeah.
Another corpse to
Oh
serve
my
me.
god. The game's wanting me to make more characters. Diablo 2 does this as well. With like when you're playing Diablo 2, a lot of very awesome build-defining uniques drop. But you also get a lot of the uniques that are for a different character class or archetype. And therefore it's kind of like the game saying like, hey, you'll never be finished with this game. You know why? Because I've just given you this and now you have to make a character around it. Let's check out what we got. Oh damn! It's for the mercenary. Okay. Oh yeah, I've done those before. Yeah, again, so I've played through one of these abyssal depths fully. Like we fully cleared it. So I know the kind of stuff that's here, and it is really cool. It is. But yeah, I don't. I'm kind of just gonna roll on and speed through this one. And because again, I'm mostly doing this stream for the missed side quests and lore, and then future streams we will be more thorough again as we play more of the endgame, and we will play more of the endgame. It will happen. Yeah, this is the area you mean. So like once this bit's done, technically the abyssal encounters, like the depths are complete, right? Oh wait, is that the thing where I can become an abyssal lich? Oh wait, no, it's an omen. I got super excited then. No, it's an omen.
You defile us once more.
It's just because I heard Ulamak and I'm like,
Watch out!
Hate defines us all. We do not suffer in death. We thrive.
I think not.
yeah, 1 second. So let's look at the map. Yep, everywhere is... Wait a minute. Why is this showing Act 2? What? Oh, because of where the Well of Souls is, right? Wait, no, that's... Oh wait, no, the Well of Souls is Act 2, isn't it? Wait, that's... It's still got the icon. I'm confused.
Greetings. Time well short. Make haste.
Hail.
Oh yeah, we got this helmet today, Kochi. Which I'm thinking, because I plan to spec into Energy Shield in future, I thought that was going to be good, because you mentioned that I need like 3,000 Energy Shield. So, if I can get to 1,500, I'll basically be
I think
there.
I can find a buyer for that.
I might keep that one.
Fair enough. Come back anytime.
I'll go looking for this ladder in a minute. We'll do all the talking in town in a bit. Let's just, you know, do what we have to do here. See, that's interesting. Bash tab does not have enough space. Okay, well, there then? The... Oh, not good enough to see the helm? I'll read it out. 96% increased energy shield, plus 44 to max life, plus 17 to intelligence, plus 19% to chaos resistance, and every 3 seconds, consume a nearby corpse to recover 20% of maximum life. It is the Devouring Diadem. Unique helmet. I thought it was pretty cool. So you said there would be a ladder. I don't see a ladder.
Obey me!
Where would this ladder be? Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that would be brilliant. Again, because I'll eventually get the eternal life node. Yeah. I'm only seeing like one door. I'm wondering if it's... This is the entrance of like where I came from. Right? But if I go there, like it's still gonna have... Right. Because, yeah, it's not... Whereas on another thing... Like... See how this abyss is grayed out? It's very strange to me. Let me just also check the interlude act a sec. Yeah, we've done it. So it's literally just talking I need to do. Yeah. Yeah, maybe depths work differently or something. I don't know. I mean, we can just go everywhere and if we get to the point where we've gone out, well, we have basically gone almost everywhere. So if it's not changing the color of the icon on the map, I'm just going to ignore it, basically.
Watch out!
Oh, wow. The loot here be crazy, yo. Projectiles pierce all ignited enemies. There we go. That's a very good fire quiver.
Peculiar but powerful. Death, take you!
Dude, I cannot believe how powerful my character is now. It's actually insane. Alright, we're leaving. Talking time.
How can I advise? Thank you.
So we've already heard everything from the Hooded One.
Welcome. Hail.
We've already heard everything from Rog. We will have heard a lot
Come
from all
back
the characters here. Because with this being the first time I went through Act 4, I did try to listen to everybody. So we don't have much to do here.
Hail.
Learning from Rog.
He's been a great teacher, no doubt about it. But gosh, has he gotten soft as he's aged.
Do you mean plump?
What? No! Gosh! Years ago, he'd drive a hard bargain. He was a great negotiator. Then he went and had children. Oh, awful. Now he seemingly doesn't have the energy to haggle. Almost gives stuff away. All the best.
Ahoy!
Oh, Tujin's got a lot to say. Let's hear it. The king!
Why are you asking? Who sent you? Bugger off!
The king sent me. I'm here to torment you.
None of your business. Move on.
Makuru. Oh wow, there's two Makuru things.
Makoru's got something to prove. Lucky for you, she's got the talent to back it up. You won't go wrong getting on that ship. She's been underestimated. By my people and her own.
Her tribe, I take it?
Aye, she's left them behind. But she's got her people's spirit. I'm fond of the Karui. They value honor and ancestral tales of bravery. Not just talk. For real. They live the way us Kalgurans claim we do. They're wild and free.
Why do her own people underestimate her? She seems strong.
Oh, you know how it is in times of change. The younger ones get ideas, and the older ones try to push them back toward tradition. The Karui passionately follow what they call the way.
The way.
What's all this way business?
Well, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it's a kind of code of honor.
So, Makoru is a little upstart do-gooder that rejects tradition. How dull. I get it.
Reject is a strong word. You'd have to ask her. She forges her own path. Kind of like we did coming here, to Rayclast. I admire that.
Good.
It fills my old heart to know she's well again. I hope after all this, we've learned enough to find a better way forward with the Karui.
Maybe now you can all just get along?
I look forward to that. Truly, I do.
Kanu.
That maggot bastard! It just goes to show, you never truly know someone.
Dead now. No longer a concern.
But how did I not see it? I got blind drunk with him only a few days ago.
Maybe try being less of a drunken idiot.
Oh, good point.
Rob.
Now there's a true friend. Me and him have been on this campaign here in Rayclast since the start of this little venture, when it was but a lodge and a dream. Next thing you know, well, it all got away from us. And here we are, with a whole town somehow grown up around us.
Not everything grew up.
I'm just now realising I haven't been on an expedition in 6 bloody years. Time really is a cruel master.
Sounds like you're itching for adventure. Let's get you back out there.
Stranger things have happened, I suppose.
It would be cool if, you know, they did a sort of sequel to the Settlers of Calgar thing in PoE 2 someday. That could be cool.
It's quite the worry. Not one of us sleeps right at night lately. It's just not like her to disappear this long.
So she's missing, then? Probably dead.
We'd seen her a lot more recently after certain folk made their way back to Calgar some years back. She's not one to be tied down to mortar and stone, mind you. But weeks without a word. No, that's not how Gwen.
Well, if I find her and she isn't dead, perhaps I'll tell her to come by.
Please do. Now that there's a good man. He's led us through thick and thin. An aspiring dreamer and a cynical realist. He's a unique fellow.
What do you admire about the tall one?
His conviction, his passion.
He could change the world if he just believed he could.
Oh wow. Tangmazu?
I should have known that wasn't Freya Hartling. Whatever it may have been, it gives me chills thinking about it, so I don't want to.
You'd rather not think of the god you saw. Oh no. No one mentioned the god, or the Kalguran will lose his little mind.
Tell it to the Skalds, will ya? I'd rather not know. Bugger off. Anytime.
Oh wow, here we go. We can persist.
Did I mention that god you saw?
It's unnatural, like a bloody curse. You all just go about your days like nothing's wrong. Yet
Yeah,
at
I
any
loved
moment,
it.
some almighty being could appear and cause mayhem. Like I said, it's best not to even think about these gods of yours.
It was a god.
Yeah. In the 20 years we've been here, I've seen shite that'd knock your boots off. You know how I get through it? I drink, not think. You should try it sometime. Bye then. Anytime.
Right, there we go.
What can I do for you? Here for a deal? I think I can find a buyer for that. Done.
Greetings.
Murals.
I must concur with the hooded one. Someone intentionally carved information meant to be discovered in the future. To do such a thing, they must have believed that their civilization might be endangered. However, the most important clues I found were done differently. Hand carvings. We found them in this region. The stones depicted pieces of the weapon being thrown into the sea.
Someone didn't want it around.
Their reasoning was unclear, but from what I saw, it was thrown not by soldiers, but by a woman, a scientist. And I have no idea who she was.
Probably Oriana would be my guess. Don't drink, don't think.
What of these edicts, then?
Yeah, I wouldn't
We
follow
have
that
very little
personally.
information, but if the seed of corruption was the instrument of the second edict, it may have been created in response to an unknown first edict.
The first mural I saw was broken, but there was definitely something there. They must have been facing some disaster, or enemy, or change in the world. Did they create the seed of corruption in response?
Whenever the Vaal built something dangerous, we also ran a parallel project. As a contingency, the weapon, the instrument of the third edict. I believe it is a fail-safe. If the seed of corruption grew out of control, then perhaps it was designed to shut down the experiment.
Then that is exactly what we will do.
Kochi, we just got our answers about the two beasts thing. Think about it. Sin only created one beast in PoE 1 to subdue all of those old gods that we killed through Act 6 to 10, right? And including Kitava. We killed that beast in PoE 1. But obviously this seed of corruption, it was created by the Vaal. That were obviously quite obsessed with the beast, or at least Ziri is, right? And so, obviously, like, Sin can't just destroy this seed. So after the events of Path of Exile, like, when he hears about it, finds it, I'm assuming he takes it, and obviously keeps it on him, to try and keep it safe from any other fanatics and stuff that would use the seed, you know, for bad purposes. And that's exactly what Count Geonor did when he caught up with Sin, impaled him on the tree, and yeah. So I think we got our answers there, but the Vaal are very stupid for creating the seed in the first place. Yeah, I said it, Ziri. You're stupid.
Come now, Doriani. You clearly want to take back the weapon to save your people. I'm not stupid.
I cannot. Unfortunately, that is not how time works. Everything one knows will happen, did happen. This is the one case where ignorance can be a scientist's greatest asset. I must learn as little about history as possible while I am in this era. The Vaal shall stand with Rayclast against the beast. If we had this alliance in my era, things would have turned out differently. Let us make things right. This must be the last cycle of history.
Oh my gosh. Okay, on that note, Renly, okay, you're good. Asala, okay, you're good. All right. Who else do we need to speak to? Danik.
Need something smithed.
We heard
Farewell.
everything from you. Anyone else? Asala?
Welcome.
Oh wait, no, we heard that. Yeah, that's everything, isn't it?
Ahoy!
What have you learned? The time has come. We can only hope our alliance will be enough. That fateful hour, a return to Oriath. We can set sail immediately.
Oriath. How I've always wanted to see that fell city from the inside.
With our forces united, we set sail from King's March and head for Oriath. But as we approached, the unthinkable took place. We were too late. My worst fears have come to pass. The world is consumed by madness once more. Our last hope for refuge is the ziggurat of EXILE. Perhaps Yoriana's preparations will shield us while we plan our next move. It appears Yoriane truly does have a plan for every contingency.
That's deja vu, because we saw that yesterday. But I think that cutscene is basically the short version of what we'll actually play in Act 5 once it arrives. Now we'll check everybody here. There we go. Yeah, corruption.
If it helps, history does tell of a slow recovery after a cataclysm. It will likely take some time to set things right.
Set things right? The world is doomed, foolish girl.
Every bit of corruption you cleanse helps rebuild the Rayclast we knew. We've at least got to try.
Liquid emotions.
Distilling emotions is rather insane, even for me. Do you know anything about this?
We once excavated a ruin where the engraved pictures seemed to tell a story. It appeared as if they were teaching their children new knowledge by imbuing emotions in a piece of jewelry. It was a very old ruin and we couldn't identify it, but maybe the distilled energy you found is a remnant of that lost culture. If you find a few more, you might be able to instill knowledge in something yourself. Good luck. Good luck.
Weird. That dialogue is not there yet. And it should be.
Yes. What is it?
Greetings.
Ah, here we go. Trial of Chaos.
We did not have access to the trial in the Quachic Vault. We entreated the favor of Chaos several times over the centuries, but they were not interested. There were very few possibilities in the vault. All of us were dedicated and disciplined to our cause, so there was no infighting. No dramatic turns. Boring to watch, I imagine. I am intrigued by Alva's existence. We were sent to the vault to act as a failsafe for the Vaal, should they be wiped out. Her bloodline proves that at least some of us survived on the outside. Perhaps, despite all of Master Doriani's efforts, the best plan was simply to have faith and let the spirit of our people win through.
The first generation sealed in
Demon
the
of
Quachic vault passed down stories about you. I never thought you were real. But here you are, with Master Doriani no less. Truly, this is a time of wonders. We thought you were a curse and to plague us, but you may be your salvation instead.
But
In the vault, we had our duties, and little else. I spent my free time reading tomes in the archives. They contained highly detailed information about Grey-classed plant life, animal life, and surface cultures. I thought I knew everything, but knowing is nothing next to seeing. As I understand it, the Vaal were a shining beacon of power that kept the world safe. They were surrounded by savage cultures that burned, pillaged, and ravaged Greyclast. Without us, modern life must have been quite terrifying. By wiping that all away, the cataclysm may have been a blessing in disguise.
Wow, and then all of a sudden she's got so much more to say, the Marquette.
The Marquette were not so bad, according to our tomes. They were militaristic and headstrong. Criminals were tattooed and cast out for a time. The intention was good, but the implementation was wasteful. They should have been using all that blood and those organs for more useful ends. In Quachic, we used everything we possibly could. Nothing discarded.
Karui.
A few tomes describe the Karui as rabid, deceased animals that ate each other and fought for dominance. I don't know if I believe that, though. One account was very different. It was a diary. A noble woman fell in love with a Karui man from the Rongokurai tribe. She described them as a culture of poetic warriors with intensely strong communal bonds. A biased source, clearly, but a strong note of dissension among the texts.
Azamites.
I've never read anything about these Etzomites, as you call them. The system of runes you describe is also unfamiliar to me. To be quite honest, the concept of runes sounds like a jest, and I am not your fool to toy with.
Oh my god. Tarthus.
Thrartus is now home to a
Thrartus.
culture of exiles from the Eternal Empire. I've never heard of this Eternal Empire. They sound like upstarts, took advantage of our absence. In our era, Thrartus was inhabited by scattered tribes that originally came from the south. They found the slightly warmer climate to their liking. That, and the geological vapors. They were described as quite intoxicating.
The Asmiri.
The Asmeri hold the oldest wisdom. They were already in their mountains when the first Vaal was born from Shivakwa's remains. They will likely still be up there, even now, after this cataclysm. Troubled, but alive.
Okay, Oriath.
Oriath. A derivative of the original name for the island the Golden Cult called home. They split off from the Asmeri during a difficult time in history. There was a time of famine, fire, and despair. And the gods rose from the ashes. Or so they say. The only god I've ever seen, supposedly, is lying over there doing nothing to aid us.
Uh-huh.
Carry on.
The hooded one is great, thank you very much. Primevals.
The histories are confusing. When it comes to the culture, I believe you're asking about Otsasa, Owl, Putembo. These names are treated more like myths and historical facts. Over the years, I've spent a few of our ex's newborns trying to scry for dreams about them. So far, I've seen nothing useful. For now,
You can only scroll this list if you haven't had a conversation yet. I noticed that, like, after I listen to something, pressing down doesn't make the scroll bar move, so you have to cancel out and go back in. If you were wondering why I was doing that. Gwennon.
Once more.
Hello.
When you've been on a quest as long as I have, you tend to wind down a bit. Sometimes I get the whole gang back together for a run or two, but mostly, it's just me, over and over.
As you can see, we have a quest that I've left unfinished. So we're gonna go back to the island to learn about the unearthed monsters. I think I died during that thing. I was like, I could have spoke to him and I didn't, and then I got killed.
Yet another cataclysm on Rayclast.
We'll see if we can fix it.
What happened this time? You didn't reach Oriath soon enough? When exactly did it happen? The ship had just gotten to the harbor. All right. Tell me everything. I'll memorize every detail for posterity. And I'll have Alva write it down.
Alva.
Her pluckiness rarely gets on a person's nerves over the years. Or so I assume that it would, eventually.
Rog.
He and the children are why I do what I do. And I'll never give up, even if it all seems hopeless.
Expeditions.
The relics of our ancestors are where they're supposed to be now, at least. Which is to say, scattered all over? Oh, this job is pure chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos? Why would you ask me about them?
There we go.
Never ends.
Right. Speak to Danik. So, to do that... Don't I have to go, like... Plunder's Point, right?
Land ahoy!
Hey? What? On me way. Ah, we made it.
Nothing here. Nothing here. You telling me I can't do it? Have I bugged this quest for this character?
Hey?
I think I might have, folks.
Here we are.
Yeah, no, I don't. Unless I talk to Danik here. But yeah, we've got certain stuff incomplete, which is like why I, you know. Or maybe I have to find a expedition encounter in the end game to do it.
The beast is in Oriath. Soon they sail.
Because, like, if I look at my quests, yeah, like, that's all done. All done. All done. Oh yeah, see, I'm tempted to. I think I'll save the Atziri thing for tomorrow. I think we'll start the endgame stream tomorrow afternoon. first thing I'll do is go into the temple, run it solo, try and kill the architect with all my newfound power, level 67, see what happens, and then we'll run some maps, and then yeah, Kochi, you can join. Yeah. Oh, yeah, cause like, interesting.
Take your time.
Oh, it's not. Weird. Oh, you have to do it from, okay. But yeah, this map device is so cool.
The disciples of Kamasa stockpiled a great many things in their modern lust for wealth. The right key may open doors long forgotten.
I'm sorry, what? Okay, speak to Danik. So, yeah, this is where this quest has gone. So, in order to speak to Danik, do I have to find a, Where would Danik be? Unless I summon him at my hideout or something. Oh, here's our guild hideout, cool. Do we have a Danik? Oh, encounter him. Alright, yeah, so I just need an expedition thing to happen. Okay. Fair enough. Well, that answers that. In that case then, friends, I'd say my work here is done.
We didn't die. Not yet, at least. Gosh, cheer up. You're welcome. Trade might be challenging now, given the circumstances. But don't worry, I'll make it happen.
I will tidy up the layouts of my personal and guild hideouts at a later date,
I'll tend to the books.
Not gonna worry about it right now. But I'm just glad everything is working. Okay? It's good that it's working. So yeah, we're gonna go to the... No. Yeah, I have to do it in the maps because I failed it during basically the story run. That's fair. That's also not where I wanted to, I wanted to go to... Yeah. We'll log out here. Yeah, no, I'm wrapping up now anyway, man. We've talked to everybody, we've done everything. I'm just gonna bank stuff. And yeah, tomorrow is we run the temple, and then endgame map stream. I'm just gonna do the one endgame stream for now. And then on Tuesday we will resume Borderlands 4 until roll credits, and then we'll come back to PoE 2 endgame after that, I think. But yeah. Thank you, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed my Path of Exile 2 early access playthrough on version 0.4. I truly love this game, and I'm really looking forward to, in the future, playing the final full release version 1.0 whenever it happens, at which point Path of Exile 2 will be completely free to play. So if this looks fun to you, if you're patient, it will eventually be free. Yeah, it will also be much improved by then, I'm sure. Anyway, thank you for joining me on what was a kind of more subdued story time, more chill lore collecting stream and finishing off Odd Jobs. Tomorrow afternoon we take an extended look at the fate of the Vaal Temple and the endgame. Hope you'll join me there for it. Till then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.